All right, so when you get this Fire Stick home, there's a power box block, like your cell phone charger. Use everything in here because it's not gonna. If you use a fast charger, it'll overheat your Fire Stick. Here's a normal Android plug-in for old Android, USB Micro 2.0, not the USB-C like the new shit. And then here, right here, is fucking goddamn. There's a thing like this. That's what's inside here. This is an older one. You plug in your Fire Stick into here, and then you plug this into the back of your TV. So this keeps the Fire Stick that gets warm off the back of your warm TV for preventing it from overheating. So you're gonna go wall, wire, Fire Stick, Fire Stick into this HDMI port, this HDMI port to your TV. Once that's all set up, as you see, I have yours set up, but I use my own cables so I don't have to unwind this smorgasbord of shit. And see, it's plugged into the floor down there. Comes up here. And then I have a long extension cable so I don't have to go up there every time I want to do a Fire Stick. So then your Fire Stick's plugged in. When it powers up, it'll say network settings. None of the shit will pop up. And then you just click network settings. It'll be like an orange. And you just click that, find your router, type in your password. All this shit will pop up. Now, the closer to your router, the better it's going to work. Faster your internet speed is better it's going to work. Blah, blah, blah. 20 megabytes is pretty much the minimum. If you got worse than that, you're best off bumping up your internet speed. But we can figure it from there. So you got all your apps here, NWI, this is live TV, this is live TV, this is live TV. They all three are the same live TV, just different looking interface and applications. These are other apps right here that play movies and TV shows only. And this is the cleaner, and this is my Play Store. So say if we go to NWI Fire Sticks, I think I was testing Homeland. Okay, it's just going to open fresh, I think. Opens like this. If there's any updates that happen, if you don't turn it on for a day or two, when you turn it on, that news feed at the bottom will start snagging, and then eventually there'll be updates popping at the top. You'll see it, crew updated, Leviathan providers updated, blah blah blah. But I just did it recently. I just opened it and added your Real to Bridge shit in here. If you wanted to, you can go in the system and run a speed test. You just click it and run the speed test. And then you'll see what your speed you're actually pulling if you have any buffering issues. The way I set up my icons is movies, TV shows. You go to the main menu that you want. You don't need decrypt. This just is a shortcut to open up your live TV, which might not even open it now because I changed my decrypt app. Which I'll do on the next update and fix that. But this is more of an advertisement than anything. Sports is the free shit. You can try it if you can get away with trying to do the free shit instead of the live shit. There's no sports going on right now anyway, so it doesn't matter. And this is the free TV. I try to keep it updated as much as possible. But the IPTV that you're buying for $15 a month is going to be flawless compared to you'll see if you start fucking around with that. But if you can save yourself $15 by using it, then all power to you to use it. Here's your music, your power, your cleaning. This really doesn't pertain to you too much. This is just more of my side of the shit. And if I have to change anything, connect your Real to Bridge and speed test and stuff like that. It's the only thing you really need in here. Update inside here. It'll auto update. It'll ask you if you want to update. But see if I went to update. it tells you your current version is 2.2 with no adult. Now you can delay the update when the update pops up, or you can install now, and then it'll just install it and say it should save all your real to brid and all that shit. Anything pops up, you just let me know that something doesn't work. And if you delay it, it'll be in red right next to it. I have a video for this, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to worry about that right now. But right now you're on 2.2. Once I update from home and I do it on my laptop, it'll show up on your stick saying, hey, there's an update available. So I'll update my website with it. Your weather's in here. It's set to Crown Point. You can change it if you want, but I mean, we're pretty much in the same area. And so say you want a movie, you go down to here. I always use my add-ons left to right. So Leviathan would be my favorite, but sometimes you can use Fan or Tempest or Scrubs or Numbers, doesn't matter. I usually use Leviathan. So say I want a movie, I go to Leviathan. If I want a TV show, I go to Leviathan. So say I want a movie, go to Leviathan. And then you can search by people, languages, which you don't need, years. Sometimes I get bored and can't find a movie. Search 1985 and just see what the fuck pops up. You got people watching, most popular. Theaters will have a bunch of cameras. Or you can search by actor, actress, or you can search by the name of the movie. We'll just go to most popular for now, or let's go to people watching for now. I'm making this video because otherwise, yeah, I mean, if you want to come down, but we'll talk about that when we're in my driveway. Say you want to watch Bad Boys for Life, click it. Don't click it 30 times because then it will read every click that you make. But you see how it's loading now? Now, if I clicked it 3 times, it's going to go 6%, 2%, 7%, 3%, blah, blah, blah. See, now it's just going. And see how the free shit, you're only getting a couple 720s. And in the paid shit, that's the real to brid. You're getting the 5 4Ks, 63 1080s, 67 720s. And it's just going to work all over much better for you. Because you've seen the real to brid versus non-real to brid. Like I can hit back right now because I already have enough copies, but I'll just let it run through its process. Because if you hit back, it'll just go. See, now it added 21 4K copies and 149 1080 copies. You only need one to make it work, but now if your internet struggles on 4K, you can set it to not pull 4K, but you test that on your own internet at home because I'm not using your internet, obviously. And then all your links will pop up here. I only watch one movie and one TV show. Well, turn them on for, duration of a little bit. Now you can click the 4K. If your internet can handle the 4K, you're going to want to pick the 4K. But if not, you can scroll down to the 1080s here. Well, let's just try 4K, even though there's 2 Xboxes. And then my TV over here streaming. So I'll click the 4K, click it once. Now it'll go through the links. And if 1 doesn't work, it'll go to 2. If 2 doesn't work, it goes to 3. But you can see that's a 13.92 gigabyte file. So it's going to be struggling if your internet is not strong enough. Let me turn on this TV. I always had this one turned on. But you see there's 4K bumping, even though this is a shittier TV. But and see how I pulled a little buffer there? Probably because 800 things are streaming. You can either wait it out or you can say fuck a 4K and drop down to a 1080. I usually use 1080 myself, but that's just personal preference. Because I don't even have a 4K TV, but you see the movie started playing because their source is too slow. So I just click the 1080 one now. So it's you getting comfortable with it. I mean, if you're using the free links without Real to Bread, you'd be getting pissed off at this thing until you got real comfortable with it. See how this is 1.49 gigs compared to the other one that was 1398 gigs or whatever. So while that's playing in the background, you can continue to search by hitting the back button here. And then backing out and moving left and right here. If I wanted to back out again, I can get into my movie. If I backed out again, I can get back to searching and so on and so forth. If I wanted to pull up the DVD controls, I can hit the center button right here. And it pulls up DVD controls. The only thing you can really do in here is what's important is that little speaker symbol. You can go here and then disable the subtitles if there is English subtitles on it. You can turn them off. You can't turn off the Chinese hardcode subs. So, say if I want to stop this movie since I don't want it playing in the background, but you see there's no buffering on that one. I know I'm talking fast and running through it fast, but whatever. TV shows, same thing. Go to Leviathan. You can search by people watching. You can search the same concept. By network, Netflix, Hulu, HBO, whatever the fuck. Or you can go, let's just go to people watching for the sake of ease. And then say we want to watch, say Ozark. Here's all the seasons. We're currently on season 3. So, oh yeah, this is a Netflix show, so they all drop at the same day. So say we'll pick episode 7, just randomly picking shit. Does the same shit. Compares the sources. So you got the paid, which is the Real to Bread, and you got the free, which is the obviously not Real to Bread. So you're not really pulling any 1080s. And the 1080s, if you do pull, might not work. Some of them do, some of them don't. Especially during this time of everybody sitting at home streaming the fuck out of everything. Things might run like shit. But the highest we were pulling on free was 720, which I don't even care about 720, 1080 to me. But just the ease of clicking the first link. So I'll just click this first one. RapidGator is not supported by Real to Bread anymore, so those links will just not work anymore. Some of them supposedly still do work, but they're eliminating them from their server. But then there's your show. So we can back out of here. That's playing. Same thing. You can search by TV show, actor, actress down here. The bridge section. I barely knew those guys. Here's a thing that I was saying. See how there's English subtitles? You can hit the center button, go over to the speaker, and then go down to enable subtitles, and it'll turn off those English subtitles. Like I said, you can't turn off Chinese. And they're not always on every movie. It's just sometimes just in your face. Bullocks is pretty good. This is the bridge section you can't use really without the bridge. As you can see, this add-on will soon be the bridge only. Say you went to new movie. There's tons of sections inside here. Excuse me. Say if you want the new movie releases, you know it's going to be a good quality copy. If you look in here, so instead of going into Leviathan and you're going to find a camera of this, a camera of that, this one, you know, if they show up in here, there's really not much crazy new shit coming out. Like Fantasy Island, I think, was the last of the getting released to theaters because they're trying to act like we're going to get back to normal real soon. But, I mean, when all those movies were going up for rent, all those movies popped up real fast in here. But say if you went to, like, I would suggest not watching Fantasy Island because it's such a great movie. Um, whatever, say Fantasy Island, doesn't fucking matter. And now you got all these links. These are the Brit only. And remember, like I said, RapidGator is not supported anymore. So now I just choose one fetcher. And then there's your Fantasy Island plan. Another thing you can do is while the movie's open, if I press to the right, I can fast forward like 10 seconds. If I press a couple times, see how it's multiplying. Now 5 minutes, if I pressed up, it's like 10 minutes are per chapter, like a DVD. And if I press down, it would do the same thing, or left, it would do the same thing and multiply. But you can see how fast it's switching around. I just bumped it an hour forward. There's other add-ons in here. Chain Reaction's got some cool shit, tons of wicked shit in there, but dig around in there, you can see what's in there. The cartoons, you can pretty much find all this shit in Leviathan and all those other sections. Like I said, there's the sports and the shit. Now I want to clean it. I want to clean it every once in a while because the more you use it, the dirtier it's going to get. So I always go left to right. Let me stop this movie. I'm going to go to clear cache. Yeah, you want to delete those files. Yeah, you want to delete those files. The cache is cleared. Okay. Go to packages. Yeah, you want to delete them. Okay. Thumbnails. Yeah, you want to delete them. It says go to power and quit and finish deleting the thumbnails. Now, if I go to power, I don't even have to go to quit. I just hit power, and then it gives me force close right here, and it just shuts off. Now, when I open it up, it's brand new. Another thing you want to know is if you unplug the stick, like I'm going to unplug the stick from my house and give it to you to put to your house, you want to shut it down safely, similar to ejecting an SD card or a flash drive from a computer. Safely eject it. That's only with NWI. If it corrupts the files, then all you gotta do is it'll say build across the beginning, and it's just like installing the new build. TV Mates, your live TV. I prefer this from my TV guide. So here's all your channels. At the bottom, like say if I went, they got a bunch of low bandwidth ones right now because so many people are on these. Oh, I went to all channels, my bad. No, network TV. If you go up, these low bandwidth don't have a TV guide on them because they're just added for right now because the coronavirus and so many people on right now. You might get some buffering out of the other shit. Let's say Venom's on, just about to end. Venom's over. So that's on Cinema, Sky Cinema, Darkman on Stars. Spider-Man 2 on Star's Edge. And you see so on and so forth. I mean, you get every channel. There's 240 something of them. There's History Channel, American Pickers.
Original crown molding, walk-in closets. We do have a rep.
Back. If you press left while you're in here, you can go down to all your sports networks. What's going on in sports? I don't fucking know. But you got your UFC Fight Pass, all that stuff in here. MLB Network, all that. You got 24/7 Kids, 24/7 TV. So if I went to like 24/7 Big Bang Theory, it's just going to be whatever episode's on, and it's just going to play another one right after it, and so on and so forth. Pay-per-view events. They're repeating pay-per-view events right now. So like WrestleMania, they did with no crowd. It was in here. But in here, you would see the event next to see where it says Synergy Pro Wrestling. It might be a repeat. Once again, left. Here's all your ESPN Plus, football, rugby, your music channels, UK stuff, Canada stuff, Brazil, Latino, Caribbean, religion. Here's your NHL pass, NBA pass, MLB pass, NFL pass, 24/7 movies, like if you want a 24/7 Adam Sandler, just whatever Adam Sandler movies playing. College basketball, I think, yeah. French, Italian, Portuguese. You don't need ISP suck. German. Here's all your regional channels. So you can go to ABC all around. So you want ABC Chicago. There's ABC Chicago. And then there's Fox Chicago, NBC, CBS. You can see there's tons of them in here. You got VOD. So here's your TV VOD. So they're not really updated too much. I mean, I guess they have some USC from 2020, March 7th. Movies. Say if you wanted to watch Trolls, whatever the fuck. You click it and it just plays. The movies on demand in here kind of interchange. There's not that many. It's probably like 40, 50 of them. They bumped up a little bit. Let's see how they throw a couple old ones in there, like Wildcats, We Are Marshall, shit like that. But at the top, they got the newest movies that are coming out, which ain't too much besides like straight to DVD bullshit because nothing's really happening. And then press to the left, you got TV series, Shameless, all the episodes of Shameless. Let's pick up season 7, episode 8. But you have Real the Bridge, so you don't really need to fuck with this shit. Because how good this works, I never use it personally. So like that's already taken too long for me. So Prime would be my main thing. You can go into here, live with EPG, and get the same shit. Just a different guide.
Full body workout.
So you get the same thing. Mummy Returns is on A&E. Play it. Commercials. But you can go through all this shit and pick the same sections. Or you can go into movies here, and it kind of gives you a better display of the movies. Once I click on it, at least it gives you like the screen covers. And then say you want to watch Impractical Jokers movie, you hit play. And then there's your Impractical Jokers movie. So that's that. There's multi-screen if you're a sports person. Say you went to multi-screen. Now remember you have a Fire Stick, and depending on your internet speed, say you want to watch 2 programs at the same time or 4 things at the same time. Let's just say 2 for now. You can add a channel to here. So I'm gonna add the PGA something over here, and I want to add network. We'll just add a random one over here. Whatever channel this is.
No, I'm addicted. Hurts their dad.
Now, sometimes it stutters because it's a Fire Stick. You see how I can blow up CBS East. I can back out. It goes back to both channels. See how that one's stuttering? I don't know if it's because of the channel or it's because it's trying to buffer 2 channels in. But you can multi-screen it to as many, however you want it set up. And then whatever you set them to will be and so on and so forth. Now, if I highlight this one, it's going to play the sound from that one. If I highlight this one, it plays the sound from that one. And I can add them down here as whatever says I want to go.
But easy to use, it's this epic run.
So if you watch sports and you got multiple games on, you can watch it that way. MeTV is going to be the exact same thing. Just fucking same shit. You go to live TV, go to EPG, which is electronic program guide, movies, series, multi-screen. Same thing, different setup. That's the same shit. Tells you expiration date, May 19th. Let's get out of there. These 4 are the same, so I'm not going to dwell on them. I'm just going to show you one of them. Say Cat Mouse. You can go into here, and you can pick whatever season, or you can search with the little search thing up the top, or you can even go to the arrow, drop it down, and say wrestling. You can switch it to Netflix and Hulu shows. Now say if you switch to Netflix and Hulu shows, say you want to watch Tiger King, whatever. You can slide over to seasons. There's only one season, so click it. Now you pick, say I want to watch episode 7. You click it and highlight it. It's underlined now. Now you hold down the center button on your controller. Now it starts loading the links. Now the blue links are the ones you're paying for, which should have no buffer, no problem. The longer you wait, the more they'll load. I don't really care. I can watch it right now in high definitions, 120 gigs. As you can see, they're going to start popping in more and more. But say, okay, I'm ready to watch it. Hit play, then hit play. And there's your shit playing. Same concept. And this is with all those 4 apps I showed you. You can pop up into the top where the 3-line button's at. And you can switch it over to movies. And then you got all your shit in here. So it's most popular right now, but you can drop it down to action movies, mystery movies. So you want to watch Knives Out, click it, hold down the center button anywhere you're at. It'll start loading the links. And then now you got some 4Ks, which is 44 gigs, big as shit. So, I mean, I would go down to this 5.76, if anything, but say you hit this 44 gig file. And see how it's 44 gigs, so it might stutter a little bit. It might stutter at the beginning and just keep going, or it just might have a little, might just be fucking up the whole movie because it's such a huge file and I have so many things streaming. Usually it kicks back in. But like I said, I don't use these apps. I only use NWI because I have, with Real to Brid, you don't really need any of this shit. Just a nicer interface if you're used to it. We'll pick a smaller one. Still, see, this is a 4K, which is only 5.78 gigs. Oh, that's a bummer link. Oh, this is going to be Rapigators. I don't even know why I accidentally clicked that one. Rapigators shouldn't play, but they're saying they'll play for a little bit, but they're weeding them out. But see how this one's playing because it's a smaller amount of gigage being taken. But that's the gist between all that shit. You kind of got the whole idea. And these all 4, if you open Cyberflix, it looks exactly the same. So you got the same concept. Just a different developer. And that's pretty much it. Questions and all that stuff, But this is just the easiest way to send it to you without having to breathe in each other's mouths. All right, bud.